Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great.
Good morning, guys. As you can see, I have on my Amazon gear. I just got off of work. So I got off at 5:30 and I came to the laundromat that opens at 6. And I waited and promptly fell asleep and woke up at 7:15. Oh well, but at least I'm getting it done. Now, the reason why I have gone to these extreme measures to get my laundry done is because once again, on my days off, I'm going to be camping. But the reason why I'm going camping again is because the rest of the gear came in. And I can't wait to show it to you. Now, my biggest thing about the new gear is it needs to be sturdier. It also needs to be compact. And it needs not to be hard for me to manage. Because while I can sling a 40-pound bag of dog food at Amazon and sling it up on a table and throw it in a box and slide it to a conveyor belt, I have a very hard time opening a jar of peanut butter. So that's how my mobility swings, which is the reason why you haven't seen the Coleman pop up. And we all know how much I love that tent. Throw it up in the air and it comes down a tent. I love my Coleman. But last year I started having a hard time trying to fold it up. My hands didn't have enough strength to hold it tight so it could be in that taco form, so it could fold over into itself. And that's the reason why I knew I was going to have to come up with some new gear. That's why I tried truck camping. And quite frankly, only as a last resort, okay? It's not something I think I want to do on a regular basis. So yeah, buying new gear that worked for all the issues I have was mandatory. So yeah, I can't wait to show you these things. And so I'll see you in a couple of days. Really, as soon as this flips, I'll be camping and we'll start. Well, guys, I'm here. And I just had enough time to set up the screened-in tent. I guess we're going to find out whether or not this puppy is waterproof now. But this is what only a 20% chance of rain looks like. Yeah. Okay. Sun came back out. I got everything set up. Look at this. Holy crap. It took me about an hour and a half to set up camp. Now, that does not include blowing up the air mattress, which I haven't done yet because I want to show that to you, and putting things where they belong. But you know what? Considering this is the first time I've had all the gear and was able to have the setup I imagined in my head, it was freaking worth it. I think my setup is just the bomb. And forgive me for being dated, okay? But it's simple, it's easy, and you might say an hour and a half isn't that easy, but an hour and a half by yourself to set up a campsite that has all the components of a good campsite, borderline glamping, but not quite as over the top. Not too long for me. As long as I'm not getting wet, I'm okay with it. Because that hour and a half gives me a day or 2 days of absolute perfection. Everyone says you camp solo, so you have to do the barest minimum. But I say, I want the same stuff you have. I'll just make mine's more compact. So let me go ahead and show you what I've gotten done so far. I'm trying to think, should I show you the air mattress? Let me go ahead and blow that up real quick. Then I'll show you the tour. It's not that much. I tried to do simplicity, but even simplicity takes time. And yeah, today I'm going to take a shower, because I've earned it. By the way, where the hell is my fan? I need to find that in the car. So probably about 6 o'clock before I do dinner, put on some fresh clothes and feel like the Amazonian queen I am. So, hold on. Okay guys, first we have the screened-in tent. You've seen this before. This is what it looks like when it's half-ass staked out. The dog has decided this is his new home. So he hangs out in here, and you know what? What makes him happy makes me happy. But he was a rescue, but I'm the one who's starting to feel the need to be rescued, okay? Because this dog is needy. You see him over there? So, and I'm here to tell you this damn tent didn't leak. Now, you have to zip the yellow flaps all the way to the end because the tent slopes at an angle. If you don't zip them to the end, then the water will come out because the ends are sticking out. But if you zipped it all the way down to the end, water does not get in. So that is good to know. It does not leak, okay? Okay? All right. On to the next. I also wanted to have a chill shaded spot. And these new backpacker, and I laugh, shade awnings are the perfect solution. Now, these were made for backpackers. They weigh 17 friggin' pounds. Really? But for someone like me who wants to have a compact setup with gear that collapses down to a manageable size to go inside of her really tiny Jeep Libby that she absolutely loves, it's perfect. It is 6 by 6 at the bottom and 5 by 5 at the top. The screen you see in the back comes with it. It was $59.99 at Dick's Sporting Goods. It was easy to put up. I put it up in less than 15 minutes. And I might add that shade tent, that screened in tent, I put that up in 10 because I needed to. So this is the type of gear I am shooting for. Next we have a tarp. I paid $25 for this tarp. It's like 5 by 8, 7, something like that. But everything is reinforced because of the condensation issues with the Camprite tent cot that I'm not going to lie, I absolutely love. I did not want to ever really have to put on the rain thingy. The best thing in my mind is to just tarp it and leave all the ventilation open. So that's what I've done. Now I will admit there are some spots where water can pool, and I am having a hard time punching some water drainage holes in this $25 tarp, but eventually that is what I'm going to have to do. And you know what? When I have to do it, I'll do it gladly. Anything so I don't deal with all the condensation that can build up in my tent cot, which I love. Okay, the next piece is the grill setup or the kitchen area. And I've always wanted one of these that was dedicated just to the kitchen. This grill table, I don't even know what to say. It's about 36 by 32 by 6 inches wide when it's folded up and put into its carrying bag. It weighs about 26 pounds, but when you take it out the bag, everything just opens up. You add the top part, and you add the bottom grill, and you have a grill table. It also has areas to store some of your grilling tools. On this side, I have using my stove tools, and this side I have using my fire bowl tools. Now, if I'm really concerned about the fire bowl, I just bring the whole thing out. It's so easy to maneuver, but I love this. Now, there is supposed to be a place for your paper towels. Quite frankly, I have not found that place yet, and I think it's missing. Now, at $115, I shouldn't be missing anything. But also, at $115, it is everything it said it was. I feel like I made a great deal, and I am so happy with this. Okay, now we come to the shower tent. It's not a pleasant subject, but it's a necessary subject. As you can see, I use the typical 5-gallon bucket, and I have a rechargeable shower system. As far as the 5-gallon bucket goes, I use an RV product to make things less gross. But also, the new toilet lids do not fit as well as the ones I bought 5 years ago. I find that I actually have to tape it to the bucket so it doesn't rise up when I sit down. I have a rechargeable shower unit. And what you do is you charge it at home or charge it in the car. And once you do that, this end goes into the water. And then you take this end, and this is your shower head. Now, I have one of the original rechargeable showers when they first came out. Now you tell me that's not a nice piece of shower. The last piece of kit we come to is the air mattress or air pad for camping. This is a air pad specifically made for large cots, which I have under my tent cot. I only half inflated it because I know from experience that's what you do with an air mattress for the ultimate comfort for you. But I will say this critter is a beast. It is wide and long as crap. And when I laid on it this morning, I had plenty of room without even thinking about falling off an edge. So I'll let you know next trip or after this video how it felt with the moving blankets so I don't have to feel the ridges. Good morning, guys. I bet you're wondering where I disappeared to last night. Let me tell you about my night. Now, as you can see, I just got out the shower. Yes, I just got out the shower. Last night, I took a nap. And when I woke up, it was 7:30 that night. So, you know, I hurry up and got my shower water together. I hurry up and tried to light the fire. I had one fire starter, which I needed since everything was wet and I couldn't find it. I had to pull out some bushcrafty shit, and let me tell you, it took me 20 minutes to get the damn fire started. But I finally got it started, and it turned out to be a good fire. So I had to kind of wait for it to damper down a bit so I could go ahead and let it burn down the coals so I could start dinner. So I'm finally going, okay, let me get in the shower. I heated up some hot water on the stove. The shower was the perfect temperature, and I knock over the whole entire bucket of water. So at this point, I'm just done. Okay, I'm just so mad. Just when I'm thinking about putting the food on the coals, it rains again. I didn't even eat last. Not only did I not eat, I didn't take a shower until this morning. Now I'm getting ready to eat, and I'm going to eat breakfast. So let me show you what I'm making. I hope you can see this. I am making traditional English sausage. Are we going to focus? Look how big they are. They're called Wellington traditional breakfast sausage from England. So yeah, let's kind of see what it looks like, how it tastes. Probably need to move it around or flip it over and do something to it. Let's see what we need to do to it here. Now I came yesterday because it was only supposed to be a 20% chance of rain. Today is 40, so I kind of want to hang out until 12, but I want to have most of my stuff, you know, packed up and maybe just leave the chair and stuff out because I don't trust the weather. Not after yesterday. I just don't trust it now. And as far as the dog not liking the tent, my sister and I decided that maybe he had a flashback from his rescue days. Because, you know, he was abused and he's a rescue. And maybe he was confined in a space that in his mind was confining. Now, he loves his man cave, but it has a lot of open netting. And he loves his travel bag. And I think it only has netting at either end. And it's not like this thing is that confining. I was really surprised because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. And I don't find it confining at all, especially with all the net on the one side. I thought I really wanted the one that had net on both sides, but I realized I probably would have kept that side closed anyway, because that would have just been too much nature, you know. Now with the tarp on it, there was no condensation this morning, but I noticed there was lots of condensation on the underside of the tarp over top of it. But anyway, back to the dog. So I put him in the tent last trip and closed this up in, and he had a hissy fit. The dog melted down to the point that he was trying to claw his way out, and I had to unzip the tip and let him out. And eventually what I ended up doing was putting him in a man cave in the truck. Okay, I really prefer the dog to sleep with me. So my sister suggested that I bring his travel bag, which is only going to take away my leg room, but it was a good idea. And she goes, let him see you put the travel bag in the tent. He'll follow that thing anywhere, which he does, just like his man cave. I can move it to the bathroom and that's where he'll go, you know. So I put it in the tent. He wanted to get in the tent. I put him in a travel bag, zipped us in, and I guess at some point he realized what happened, because he came out of the travel bag, but he wanted to lay on the side where the mesh was. He wouldn't lay up against the back wall. So that's where I let him lay, and we did good all night from about 12 o'clock until 7 o'clock this morning when we got up. Now, I was actually afraid to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom for fear he would bolt out the tent and I'd have to try to find him. So I just held it this morning. And the shower. You know, there was a piece on my shower that I didn't think was important, because I haven't used it since last year. And obviously it was, because right after I used it to get myself all wet and all soapy and went to rinse off, the damn thing stopped working. And then I realized it was a filter that needed to be on it, and I'm like, oh crap. So I'm gonna have to go home and hope I didn't ruin the motor. But I'll tell you what, I will buy another one, because that thing lasted me 5 years and I have absolutely loved it. But it seems like every time they upgrade something, they take away something. So I really hope I can get it working again. I wanted to show you this last night before the phone died and I fell asleep, how this setup offers me complete privacy from my neighbors. The air mattress gave me plenty of cushion, and the moving pads from Harbor Freight gave me the feeling of a cloud. It worked so well. Also, I want to show you, I am one of the rare people that I know who has a rechargeable air pump. They are so hard to find. Recently, mine's had a problem. I took it to Battery Mart. They put a new battery in it, and I got it back for $10. I'm so happy, because you can't find a rechargeable air pump anymore. When I got up this morning, I wanted to show you that it was possible to have a small fire under the tarp, and I didn't have enough charge to film it. But I did have a small warming fire just to get me warmed up. And then I made the big fire, because I didn't pay for this wood, and I'm going to use every bit of it. Okay? Screened-in tent. The second time it rained, it got wet because all of the doors were open. But that was operator error and Mother Nature being a bitch. So yeah, let me go ahead and check my food again, and I'll be back with you. Okay, burnt up an egg, but this time it was operator error, okay? Can't blame it on the stove, it was operator error. Yum, I guess I'm gonna have to share with the dog. with my seasoning. Well, guys, I guess I'm going to call it here. But I do want to taste a piece of the sausage. It tastes like regular sausage, but with less fat. But it is still absolutely delicious. Once again, thank you all for coming, and I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bon appetit! Okay guys, this is what all the base camp gear looks like, all folded down and ready to go into the Jeep. All of this is compact enough that it will fit on the back seat of the Jeep with the back seat folded down. So we have the camp right, the cot, we have the Olympian, the grill table, we have my sleep pad, the tent for the camp right, as well as the rain fly. And then we have the two backpackers shade shelters. Now, I haven't taken down the screen tent or the shower tent because I might have to go to the potty, and the dog and I are going to sit and watch the water for a while. So until next time, say bye, Woofy. Say bye. Woofy says bye.